Good morning, YouTube. Today, I'm bringing you another battle against Smogon user Brbkickinbabies. Now, this is actually the second match that we had of the day. The first match was extremely hacks-oriented, like everything that he was using missed, like his Tyranitar's Fire Blast missed, Stone Edge missed, I think Leet Seed from Ferrothorn missed. Like, it was just really hacks-oriented in my favor, and I don't see the point of uploading a 6-0 unless the person says upload it for fun, but this is the next match that was less hacks-oriented. So when I look at his team for the first time, since I already know what his team has now, but when I looked at it for the first time, I was thinking, well, I have plenty of things to take out Tyranitar. Every single Pokemon on my team hits it for super effective damage. Volcarona could be problematic if Sand happens to be up, but other than that, I have plenty of things that can 1-hit to 2-hit KO it. Tentacruel, I'm not really worried about that, since Swampert and Thundurus check it easily. His Ferrothorn could be problematic, since I'm like, this team really isn't offensive. Nothing really has extraordinarily high attack power or special attack power, so Ferrothorn could be an issue. Landorus, I'm not worried about, since Ice Beam and Scald, Surf, etc. will take care of it, and Espeon's probably just like a light screen reflector, and that's not too big of a deal since my Scizor has Pursuit, and Pursuit can slowly wear it down if it tries to switch out after reflecting. Now if it has Baton Pass, it's a different story. Now this time I was thinking, well, Gyarados can really hit anything on his team for massive damage, so I'm actually going to begin with Red Lobster this time, something I don't normally do. And here he's going to begin with his Captain. So I'm thinking, okay, he's probably thinking that I'm going to switch, so I'm just going to go straight for the Waterfall. Or he's going to like go for the Stone Edge, but after the Intimidate, I'm pretty sure I should be able to survive since I'm a defensive variation. But unfortunately, Gyarados does flinch his Tyranitar, so here I was like 10 out of 10 sure that he would switch out, but for some reason I went for the Waterfall anyway. I guess just in case my certainties were incorrect. And it was really early in the match. There was no reason for me to make, like, you know, critical predictions so early, so I'm actually not that worried about that, because now I can just safely switch into my Bustin' Caps as he goes for the Stealth Rock, and this team of mine isn't that bothered by Stealth Rock, even though Gyarados and Thundurus don't appreciate it, but here I'm just going to switch out into Ann Putnam, and the reason I don't go for U-turn is because 1, I'm not choice bands that won't do that much damage, and 2, I want to keep Scizor as close to max health, and I don't want it taking Iron Barb damage, so here he predicted the superpower and sent in his Mario, and now he's going to go into he's going to use U-turn, and he's going to go into his Riot, so here I'm just thinking, well, whatever he goes into, I'm going to Scald. I was thinking his Ferrothorn would come in, so I was actually trying to burn it. But he actually sends in his Tentacruel, and I think it's pretty interesting that he's running Tentacruel on a Sand team since it benefits from Rain with Rain Dish. So as he goes for the Toxic Spikes, I'm just going to go for the Scald because I don't care about Toxic Spikes, since the only Pokemon that's really affected by the Toxic Spikes is Swampert, since my Ann Putnam has Rest. She can just rest and sleep talk when she gets low in health, so Tentacruel does get burned, which really didn't matter, as now he sends in his Pentagram. I predicted him to go for another layer of Toxic Spikes, so I sent in I Love Genie to scare it out with Thunder. But here he does not expect me to have Focus Blast because I'm known to pretty much hate moves that don't have 100% accuracy. I guess he thought that this was the same I Love Genie that had the Grass Knot, but I replaced it since it doesn't need Grass Knot. So here, fearing that it's Scarfed, I'm going to switch out since that Thundurus is modest choice specs, which like really hits like a mock truck, as they say. And he's just going to go for the Earthquake, predicting my Swampert to come in. So that was a very good prediction on his part, since he took a risk of me staying in. But now he's going to go for the Earthquake again. He took some time to think, and it was actually wise on his part just to pretty much take Purple Gel into the Toxic KO range, as the Scald's going to clean him up. And I really prefer the specially attacking version of Swampert. I still give it Earthquake since, you know, Swampert still has pretty high physical attack power. And like as you can see here, even after this Quiver Dance boost, Scald is still going to take it down to about 35% health. So the Rain does help, but I just like especially offensive Purple Gel instead. So Poison's going to take out Purple Gel, but now I can send in Red Lobster because I'm like Fiery Dance, Bug Buzz, and Roost is all he has. He's going to have to switch, but here he goes for the Will-O-Wisp, and I'm like, that's very interesting. Will-O-Wisp on Volcarona. It does miss, but Flame Body does kick in, so he was still pleased to get the burn. Which actually doesn't even matter since I have pretty much my entire team counters his when you really look at it. And here he's just going to go for the Psychic. And since it fainted Red Lobster, I knew that it was like Life Orb to Choice Specs. So now I'm going to send in Busting Caps, scare him out as he tries to switch. I go for the Pursuit, and this is going to be a one-hit KO because of Expert Belt. So this is why I like Expert Belt, because now I can still freely switch. Like, let's say this was the Terrakion, for example. Bullet Punch would one-hit KO it anyway. So here I'm just going to go for the U-turn to finish him off. And here he was like wondering, what item does your Scizor have? And I'm like, he's got Expert Belt. And the only Pokemon that he has left is his Tentacruel, and I'm just going to go for the Thunder, even though it's Sandstorming, because if it misses, I'll just send in Ferrothorn to use Explosion. So good game, Brbkickinbabies. This is UnhappyCarousel, signing out. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and have a good day.